Okay, we are now joined by Ricky here, who has had quite a good success already with calling salons and going to present to them and actually getting a few on board. So, Ricky, can you first of all just share with us what is actually your background and how did you get introduced to a new skin?
Yeah, so my background's in the music industry. I was a full-time DJ. I was doing the radio and stuff as well. And I was just doing that full-time, 3, 4 times a week at local residencies. And I was introduced to this by my partner. And a lot like many other people, I was very skeptical when I was introduced to it. It was only until I went to an event and I tried the products that I decided to make my own account and make this myself. And the thought of being on holiday and missing DJing and not making money compared to being on holiday and making money from this also appealed to me as well. So that's why I decided to do it. And the good thing is I can still DJ now. I still DJ now alongside this, so I get to do my hobby as well as this.
Amazing, amazing. So, what I want to find out more today is, first of all, how do you call salons? What do you say to them? How do you book an appointment? And then later on, we'll go into the appointment. So, share more.
Yeah, so the first thing I do, it sounds a bit crazy, but I go onto maps and I'll look around. First of all, I looked at my local area. So where are the nearest big towns near me? I haven't done villages or anything just because I don't, I've gone for big towns near me and, like 15, 20, 30-minute radiuses. And I've just Googled, like, for example, at the minute I'm in Bedford. So I've Googled, um, I've done the ones in Bedford already, and then I've Googled, gone on the maps and seen Milton Keynes. I know it's 15 minutes away, so I've Googled salons in Milton Keynes, beauty salons in Milton Keynes, and then each one I've just literally called them. But I've made sure when I'm calling them, I've got my planner out, my diary. I'm making sure in my head I know if I'm going to book an appointment, all of the ones in Milton Keynes are going to be on the same day around the same time. So I know I'm going to do one at 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m. All with an hour gap but all on the same day, so I'm not traveling back and forth. And then I literally pick up the phone and I call the first one on Google, and I say to them, "Hello, am I speaking to the salon owner? Are they available at all?" And then they either say one of two things. It's always going to be a yes or a no. And if it's a no, then I always say to them, "Okay, when is best to call back to catch them at a good time?" And then they'll give you a time. There's no point if they'll sometimes say, "Oh well," they'll give you a call back and I take a number. They will never do it. I gave my number out so many times when the Loomis Bar pre-launched to do demos, and no one's ever rang me back. So since then, I know I need to make sure I get a time to call them back, and I will call them back as well. Whether it annoys the person on the desk or not, I don't care. I'll be calling them back. And if they say yes, then great. They'll pass it on to the owner. And then what I've been saying is, my name's Ricky, and the first thing I do is I compliment them just to bring their guard down. So I say to them, I'm actually expanding my business in the area, and I was on Google looking at reviews of your salon. Now, when you say that straight away, what I find is they're not going to put down the phone because they don't think you're a cold caller. They think it's actually quite serious because you've looked at reviews. For me, I'm a guy. I'm in a serious voice. They might think, what's going on. So I say to them, I've looked at Google reviews, and I've actually noticed you've got a really good salon. You've got a good reputation with great reviews. So I'm expanding my business in the area. I'm partnered with an anti-aging health and beauty company. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. And then I say, because you've got such a reputable salon, we brought out a product last month. It's the only kind of its product in the market. I'd love to come in and give you a free 2-minute demo. And then I say, just to get your thoughts and opinions. I'm not trying to sell you anything like that. I just want to get your thoughts and opinions because you're a reputable salon, And then they'll either say no or yes. If they say no, that's fine. I put their salon name down on my spreadsheet and I put it in red and I say not interested at the minute. Maybe in a 6 months time or 3, 4 months, whatever. But if they say yes, then I say, great, when's perfect for you? What I say is, I'm in the area on Tuesday. So I say, I'm actually in the area on Tuesday, making it out as if that's the only day I'm in the area. So they have to commit to that day. I'm in the area Tuesday morning. When's best for you? And then they'll give you a time, And that's it, really. That's how I book the salons. I've had probably out of every 10 salons I ring in a town, I get 1 or 2 booked. So
Amazing.
that's my numbers there.
Okay, great. And okay, that's awesome that you walked us through every step there. That's great. Obviously, you start out with a compliment. You then, show how credible our company is, and then you're just kind of looking to get their opinion on this amazing new thing we're bringing out, which you're not even going into detail about at all. You're giving them very, very little.
Yeah, sometimes they do ask, "What is it?" And all I say if they ask, "What is it?" I just say, "Look, this is the first dual action skin cleaning device. It's the first of its kind. You know, it's a handheld device. It's waterproof. It's cordless, and it's just a 2-minute demo." And then if they ask any more questions, I say, "Look, you know, so sometimes they say, so how does it work? You know, what makes it?" And I say to them, "Look, that's a great question. Can you just write that down? And I'm going to show you and explain everything when I come to meet you." That's what I say.
Amazing. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, brilliant. So now let's say you have an appointment. Now, how do you walk into the salon, you know, obviously do you prep beforehand, like, you know, make your hair look good or
I make my hair look good. I make sure, you know, I'm nice and tidy. I'm not wearing a an old t-shirt. But you know, the first thing is I make sure I'm not late, because when you're late, you know, that's a problem, and you know they're not going to take you serious. I'm never late, and I dress smart. You know, for a guy, if I went in a t-shirt and just a pair of jeans, then not, you know, this is a business. You know, you're representing a multi-billion-dollar company. So just make sure you're not late, and I'm smart. And I also print off a product information page on the Lumi Spa, and I put that in a plastic wallet, and I take it in my briefcase. But I also take every single new skin product I've got. I take with me.
okay.
So I also take every product. And then yeah, I turn up, and I always get the manager's name. This is another key for me. If you don't get the manager's name, or sorry, not the manager, the owner's name, never speak to the manager, because the manager can't make the decisions. So if you don't get the owner's name, I've done this when I started ringing them, and I walked in, I didn't know the owner's name. I walked in, and I've gone, "Hi, I'm here for a demo." You know, you don't really know what to say. It sounds a lot better if you say, "Hi, I'm here to speak to Sharon." You know,
Okay.
"Hi, I'm here to see Daniel." You know,
And do you
and then
get
yeah, I
that
turn
name
up.
on the phone in the first time, or do you look
Oh
it up
yeah,
on
so
YouTube?
when I'm on the phone, sorry, I didn't really finish off the phone. So once I've booked it, what I actually do is I ask for their name, and I ask for their email as well. And then I email them straight after the phone call with a product information page as well, and also a video of, you know, the 2 oranges. I attach that video, and I just say to them, you know, I subject it, and I say Lumi Spa demo with the date and the time, and I say, "Thanks for having the time to speak to me. I'm looking forward to meeting you and showing you this amazing device. I've attached some information on the product onto this email for you to have a look at in the meantime." So I know their name. They've got an email already. So when you turn up, you know, I turn up, and I'm not, sometimes a bit awkward. Like sometimes I go, you know, "I'm here to do the demo," and they go, "Okay, great. So what is it?" And we're in the middle of the reception of the salon. So sometimes I say to them, "Well, where's best to go? You know, have you got a treatment room we can go into, you know, because you need to see this, you know." And I say to them as well, "You can tell by my excitement, I can't wait to show you it. So, you know, let's go into a room, and let's get these products out." And then we go into a room. Now, the first thing I do is I tell them not my full story, because they don't really care about that. They just want to see the product. But I need to give myself some credibility. You know, why are they listening to me? So I say to them, "I've been with New Skin 2 years now, and coming up to 2 years. And I love the product. You know, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, and I just edify the company again, and edify myself if I'm on my own." Um, and then yeah, I just get the device out, and I just start talking about it first. I say it come out last month. We had a pre-launch that sold out. You know, and I get straight on with the demo, because normally salons are, every day of the week salons are busy, and they have their lunch periods and stuff, and you know, the more time you waste talking, they're going to switch off. So I talk while I do the demo. And the good thing is, because it's such an easy demo to do, you can talk while you're doing it. You know
Mm.
what I mean? It's really easy. So I just start demoing it on the back of the hand. I never do their face.
Okay.
I always do it on the back of their hand. And I just tell them the key points about the device that I use myself. So the first one is, you know, it's cordless, it's waterproof. The third one is this dual action, and we've got patents for this. No one else is going to use this. Now, what I also say is, I say to them, you know, this is a bit of a lie, but they don't know. I say to them, "Look, you know, there's going to be no competition in the area, because you're the only salon I've come into in this area at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you decide to use this, you'll be the only salon in the area using this.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, then you know, I'll go to another meeting." What sometimes happens is, if they stock products and they go with the Lumi Spa, I still go to the other meetings in the area, but I mainly focus on the people that have bought the spas. You know, I don't, if somebody says they're going to wait and stuff, but somebody's already bought a spa in the area, I let them have it so it avoids the competition. But I do say to them, you're going to be the only one in the area at the minute, if you decide to do it, because, reputable salon, all that kind of jazz. Then, yeah, just do the demo. Now, once I've spoken about the product and I've done the demo and I've asked them to feel it and I've gone through my key points, I'll then get straight into the business side. They've seen the product, they love it because they've seen the result. Now, I say to them, look, let's talk about business here. You really want to make some money from this. And I always say, and this is the truth, and you can use other people's stories if you don't really like. For me, it's happened already, so I can tell the truth. But when I started, I hadn't had a salon stock a Lumi Spa, so I had to use someone else's story. So I used my partner Perry. So I said, look, talking about the business side, myself or Perry's already got salons in other areas making good money from this. So then they already thinking, okay, we can make money from this. There's other people doing it. And then I say, right, so the way you can make money from it is you can incorporate this into your treatments. So a lot of salons will do facials. Another key here is if a salon doesn't do facials, it's quite hard for them to use it, because what we've been doing is we use it before a facial. So in a salon, you're going to use it before a facial. You're going to take off the client's makeup and you're just going to talk about the Lumi Spa. You're not going to try and sell it, but you're going to just talk about it. And then what you can do is get them interested, and then you can retail it to them if they're interested. But where you're going to make the money is from the cleansers, and I often refer to it as a printer. So you look at a printer, right? There's retailers that make money from printers. You can make 50, 60 pounds from selling a printer, but they really make their money from the ink. And I always use that, that kind of example because it's really powerful. So I say to them, look, you can retail this Lumi Spa, you wholesale 160, you can retail it for the recommended 180, you're going to make a bit of profit, but the cleansers is where you're going to make your money. If you've got your clients using this Lumi Spa every month they're going to be coming back for their cleansers, and you're going to be making a lot of money on them cleansers. And then that's it. I say to them, do you have any questions? And they'll ask me any questions and answer them. Now, finishing up is quite hard sometimes because it sometimes gets a bit awkward, because I used to stand there and wait for them to say yes or no, and they would stand there waiting for me to leave so they can think about it. So what I've been doing, this is just me personally, I think it's worth it if you can definitely afford it, is to buy a spare Lumi Spa and say to them, you'll get a sense of how it feels. But for example, I was at one yesterday and I said, do you have any questions? What are your thoughts? And she said, well, I'll get back to you in a few days while I have a think about it. So I've just said, okay, look, this is my example spare demo in Lumi Spa. This is the only one I've got on me at the minute. So I'm making them feel important. I said, this is the only one I've got on me at the minute, but you can borrow it for 3 or 4 days if you like. And then I make them feel important, like the ball's in their court. And I say to them, look, use it on your clients. I'm not going to charge you. You can use it for free for 3, 4 days. I'll come and pick it up. And if your clients don't like it, then don't buy it. Don't use it. Don't even go ahead with this. But at least then you're going to get an idea of if your clients like it or not. Then in their head, they're like, he's doing me a favor. He's really helping me out. And it just lowers their guard a bit down a bit more. So then, yeah, I let them borrow it for 3 or 4 days. And then I'll go and collect it on a day that we agree. And then on that day, I find out how it went for them, how their clients liked it. And more times than not, they'll stock it because it's my favorite product,
Mm-hmm.
and you can really see a good difference and a good result with people.
Brilliant. Share more a little bit. How do you get into maybe some of our other products other than Lumi Spa and getting them interested in those? When do you do that?
So I put my, this is what I do again. Most times in the salons, they have the bed. So we go into a treatment room with the bed, okay? And I'll purposely put my product bag on the bed. Okay, so I don't put it on the floor. I put my product bag on the bed so they can see it. And then when I pull out my Lumi Spa, I actually pull out a few other products just to, like, as if I'm trying to find the Lumi Spa. And I'll pull out like a mud mask and put it on the side. And I'll pull out a toothpaste and put it on the side. And then I finally found the Lumi Spa. So, they've already seen I've got a couple of other products. And then if they don't mention it, sometimes they'll say, so do you do other products? And your work's done, you go straight into it. If they don't, I'll say to them, what we can also do, I'm just offering this to you. And again, complimenting them all the time. I say, look, you must have a really good client base. You've got good, loyal customers. I can tell you've got a great salon. I don't offer this to everyone, but I'll offer you a free party night, and we can do like a VIP party night where we showcase the products. And what it's basically a showcase party, but in the salon. But I word it so it has to enhance their business, otherwise there's no point. So if I'm doing a product VIP night, I'll talk to you guys if I'm talking to the salon owner now. So I'll say to them, look, you can do this VIP launch night. So if you're going to stock the Lumi Spa, we'll do a launch night for it. And we'll do a launch night and we'll bring the Lumi Spa and we'll show all of you can invite your top 10 clients as a VIP night and we're going to show them this Lumi Spa. But we'll also bring the other products and we'll do demos with these because we're the difference demonstrated, right? And what this is going to do for you with your business is it's going to get to see what kind of products your clients like. So we've got over 250 products, we've got polish and peel, equivalent of microdermabrasion. We've got the mud mask, and you're going to get to see who likes the mud mask, who likes the polish and peel. And if you find, over 50% of your clients like and want to buy the polish and peel, you can then stock that for all of your other clients, So that's how we get into the other products. We just offer them a VIP product night. First of all, a VIP night just for their top 10 to 20 customers. And just because they need to see money. And if you do well on that first night with them customers, she'll book in another, and she'll invite all of her clients, so that's how we get into that. I just offer them a VIP night and, and the key is as well to book it in with them that day. Otherwise, you'll lose them and it won't get booked in because salons are busy. And just on that as well, I find I ring salons on a Monday and Tuesday and I book them in for Monday and Tuesdays because once it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're busy for the weekend and you won't be able to speak to the owners. You won't be able to book in demos.
Yeah, they're super busy. A lot of salons are as well sometimes closed on Monday, so that might be sometimes a tough day, but sometimes owners are actually in on a Monday and that's when you can actually get them even though they're closed. So
yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent, Ricky. Well, thank you so much for this. It's been really, really helpful. I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing all this advice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and it's going to be great to see here how you're going to do going forward and how you then get the salons to be even more successful with all this as you continue to have these experiences.
It's exciting. Now's the time to get these in the salons because there's no salons really stocking them unless, the guys over in the business. I know there's some people smashing it already with the salons, but honestly, now's the time to get in there because this is what's going to make money every month for everyone.
Brilliant. Excellent, Ricky. Thank you so much for your
No problem. Thank you for having me on. See you later.
Bye-bye.